Hey, welcome to Work From Home Base, the official podcast from onlinejobs.ph, broadcasting live from the heart of the remote work movement in the Philippines, with your hosts, Jehan and Jessica.
All right, welcome. Hello to our pilot episode of the onlinejobs.ph podcast. Hi, Jess. Kumusta?
Hi, Jahan. Okay lang, it's so hot here in Davao.
Same here. Kahapon medyo gustong umulan pero hindi siya tumuloy. Nahiya siya.
Sobrang init.
Are you at home?
Yeah, hindi na masyadong lumalabas.
Because gas prices are high. Kumusta? How are the gas prices dyan? My God, dito umabot na ng
Double. Yeah, the prices here are double.
Yeah, and diesel used to be ang pinaka-cheapest na is diesel, 'di ba? Naalala ko there was that time na 25 pesos lang siya per liter. Now it's 105 na yata sa amin. So nakatambay na lang yung car muna sa bahay for emergency na lang siya.
Yeah, the roads are quieter though. So, pag lumabas ka, medyo nice na konti kasi, the roads are quiet.
Yeah, no traffic. And I'm a bit ano yung magiging epekto niyan sa prices ng mga bilihin. Because right now, kalamansi is 1 peso per piece. And isda, yung galunggong 180 per kilo. So parang tumataas na rin siya.
Yeah, for sure. Affected talaga.
Yeah, tumataas na talaga yung mga bilihin. Oh my gosh. So we need, I think, extra income, side hustle.
Yeah, now is the best time to be working from home for sure. Kasi 'di ba, wala nang pamasahe, wala nang you don't need to eat out. Pero of course, there's also the temptation to earn more.
Yes, and I think a lot of the online Filipino community is really considering adding more clients to their roster of employers, no?
Yeah, pero hanggang sa kaya, but I'm not like I know a lot of VAs, a lot of people who work online na talagang they have multiple clients and I don't get to see them often kasi 'di ba walang tulog, walang time lumabas. So isa yan, you don't get to see them anymore.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So actually, ang pilot episode natin, the topic that we're gonna be discussing today is very timely because today we're gonna talk about the hustle culture of, the VA industry or the online Filipino specialist industry. So, tama bang mangolekta ka ng employers or clients bilang online Filipino specialist? So, that's what we're gonna be discussing today. And we also have a guest, the team lead for our SEO writing team, si Miss Princess Serrano. Hi, Miss Lee. I call her Miss Lee because that's what, yun na yung nakasanayan ko, but she's princess to everyone in onlinejobs.ph. Hi, Miss
Hi,
Lee.
Princess.
Hi, Miss Jess, Miss Jan. Okay naman. Totoo yung sinasabi niyo tungkol sa gas prices. Dito din sa Quezon City where I live, dumoble na talaga. Sumampa na talaga ng 100. I think it's currently nasa 130, 120-ish. Ganun.
Oh no. And nakita ko nga sa wala na halos sasakyan sa EDSA ngayon, no? People are walking to work.
Yes, grabe. Tsaka yung pila sa carousel, sa MRT, grabe talaga yung dami ng tao na walang ibang options kasi gusto nilang makatipid. Kasi tumataas nga yung presyo ng bilihin. Yung sweldo naman ng ordinary working class, hindi naman tumataas.
So yun nga yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Kasi actually tayo, we're sa tingin ko we're fortunate na medyo stable naman yung income natin right now sa online jobs. And sa bahay lang tayo, hindi tayo kailangang lumabas. But let's talk about that hustle culture. Ayan, meron tayong titignan na Reddit thread ngayon, which is, we're fortunate na nasa bahay lang tayo, but affected pa rin tayo, don't you think na affected pa rin naman ang online or remote work community when it comes to, syempre, mga bilihin, yung mga lakwatsa natin, yung mga eat out paminsan-minsan. Do you feel the effect on your end also?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sige, Princess, go ahead.
Kasi kahit naman na hindi tayo masyadong lumalabas na bibili tayo ng gas or gagamit tayo ng vehicles, lahat naman yan na nagkakaroon ng effect sa ginagalawan natin eh. yung price ng bilihin, na kumakain din naman tayo, hindi naman tayo immortal na hindi na kailangan kumain. And then yung price ng kuryente na ginagamit din natin sa trabaho natin, tataas din siya. So lahat yan, lahat tayo affected.
Yes, and that begs the question, is it time for us to get more or to, look for additional employers? Sige, tingnan natin. Meron tayong isang Reddit thread that we're gonna have a look at today. Ang topic here is, ang title niya, I saw this on TikTok and grabe, ang galing naman. 9 clients, paano pa siya natutulog? 9 clients. The background, he's a
Grabe.
pre-med student daw, juggling 9 clients. Grabe lang, pero ang galing. Currently, the original poster has 1 client and he's planning to add 1 or 2 more this year. So to those who have multiple clients, how do you manage your time? And honestly, sa tingin nyo, ilang clients ba talaga ang sustainable? Need ko lang ng extra push and maybe. Sige, ilang clients ba talaga ang sustainable? 9 clients, natutulog pa kaya ito?
Tapos pre-med pa siya.
Pre-med, yes.
Kaya pre-med pa.
Yeah.
Sobrang puno na ng schedule niyan. Although hindi naman ako nag-pre-med, I took up nursing kasi sa college. So, gising na ako before 7 kasi 7 ang class ko. And then 7 naman yung matatapos yung yung araw ko. Tapos syempre may assignments ka pa, pa-practice ka pa ng skills mo. Tapos magtatrabaho pa siya na 9 clients. Buhay pa ba siya?
Kakatulog pa
I
kayo.
wish there was more context on what the 9 clients are. Kasi, ano ba siya? Anong level? 9 full-time? Or, baka naman ads ang trabaho niya. Kasi, di ba, kung nagmamanage ka lang ng different ads, tapos hindi naman ganun kalaki yung campaign, so that means you're not working full-time. And maybe it's possible na nag-aaral ka na, tapos may 9 clients ka. So, wala bang additional information on the post?
Okay, let's read the top comments. Okay, may update pala siya actually. Meron siyang, kasi nag-comment siya, iba yung original post dun sa actual na pinag-uusapan na. So yung pinag-uusapan nilang VA, nag-comment doon sa post at ito yung sinabi niya. Hello everyone, I didn't expect my TikTok post to blow up since ang dami niya na speculations. I'll just clarify some things here. I only work 8 to 10 hours a day. I am a pre-med student, so I am more than aware of the consequences of not having enough sleep. My niche is SMM marketing, and all of them except one are not time-bound. Meaning, as long as natatapos ko yung outputs, goods lang kasi they're paying me per package, not per hour. Ayun. My clients know I have a team. My scholars are trained. Oh, my scholars din siya are trained by...
Team pala.
May team siya. And they help me in exchange of paying for their tuition fees. Oh, wow. He also helps people. Sa tithes, nagbibigay rin siya ng tithes. Yung, sa church, it is taken from 10% of my combined income. Sineparate ko lang siya na portion kasi doon sa bank account ko na yun naka-place yung pang tithes ko at para di mahalo sa mga bills and expenditures. I have a life. Makikita nyo naman if you stalk me na I also frequently travel and take a rest from work. Ang harsh ng ibang comments dito. And it's sad to see people trying to badmouth me. Oh. So, he's doing well and he's a social media marketer and he has a team. Ayan. So, that's the But ang tanong dito, magkano na kaya yung sinasahod niya?
Siguro it gives it really gives us a good perspective of how people view multiple clients and the kind of information that is provided. At least, diba, hindi si OP, diba, pero siya yung feature. He was honest enough to say na, it's a different situation. It's like this. I have people to help me. Tapos hindi siya full-time, hindi siya time-bound. So, versus, you just announce that I have 9 clients and I earn a lot and that's it. So that gives a wrong impression to those who don't actually know what you're doing.
Yes, actually, kasi minsan nagkakaroon ng misconception na nakakabasa rin ako sa onlinejobs.ph natin na Facebook group that they want to have at least 2 or 3 full-time clients, which is mahirap kasi kung full-time, it means you're gonna do 8 hours per day for one Hindi na lang siya client kasi kailangan din natin i-clear yung distinction between client and employer. Pag employer, full-time ka. So, 8 times 3, how many hours is that per day? Buhay ka pa ba yan? Hindi mo kakayanin yan. Lulusot ka na sa pader niyan.
Tsaka yung mga sinasabi na nakakaya nila, something's got to give. It's either your life, your relationships, or your work. Kasi finite lang naman yung hours mo per day. So, paano mo pagsisiksikin yung 2 or 3 full-time clients a day?
Kayo ba, nakasubok ba kayo ng ng multiple clients?
Yes.
Yes po, before.
Sige, Miss Lee, kwento mo.
During pandemic kasi to, Miss Mems, mga Mems. So, I tried juggling 2 to 3 full-time clients noon. Sabi ko kasi, writer lang naman ako, hindi ko naman kailangan ng full 8 hours. So, kaya kong pagsabayin. Fast forward, hindi ko siya kayang pagsabayin. Merong bumigay nga, kagaya nga nung nabanggit ko kanina, something's got to give. And unfortunately, it was my health back then.
Nagkasakit ka?
Nagkasakit ako and I was pregnant that time. So, nakunan ako dahil sa stress.
Oh, I'm so sad to hear that. Yeah, actually, may ganyang misconception din kahit ako before. Ganyan din yung naging ko, Miss Lee, na writer lang naman ako, kakayanin ko to. Pero nagsasuffer yung quality ng work. Nagsuffer talaga yung
Yes, meron talagang magsasuffer dyan one way or another.
Tapos yung isang client, bigla na lang akong kasi parang hindi ko na nabibigay yung 8 hours per day na full-time na kailangan niya, naka 2 hours per day lang ako. Yun, bigla na lang akong in-hire. Wala nang maraming sabi-sabi pa. Pak, unhire. Wala na pala akong client.
Madali kasing mapansin yan kapag preoccupied ka, pag hindi mo binibigay yung full attention mo sa isang tao. Tsaka it's unfair, on hindsight din, it's unfair na they're paying you for a full 8 hours. Pero yung attention mo, hati. It's not fair.
Kasi I think one of the reasons for that is because, there are a lot of inspirational posts na hindi, kasi pinagmamayabang, di ba? Na, wala akong tulog, 4 ang clients ko, full-time lang sila lahat. It's become very, well, how do you call that? It's not just normalized, it's also romanticized.
Glamorized?
Yes, yeah, it's glamorized. So, yung mga hindi pa nakasubok who are considering it because it's so glamorized, because it's so romanticized, they are tempted to actually try it. And then, mahirap talaga yung full-time. I would say, kaya kung, isang part-time and then may isang full-time ka, tapos hindi ka time-bound, and both employers know what you're doing because may consideration din naman. Diba? May consideration ng employers, especially kung hindi nila kayang ibigay yung hinahanap mo na salary and they say, it's okay. As long as, may terms kayo. Pero most of the time, yun nga, romanticize siya, yung todong full-time.
Totoo. And part din kasi nung glamorization and napansin ko lang nung romanticization of that multiple clients thing is because ang parang naging since the pandemic, napansin ko parang naging nauso na salita is 6-digit income. So parang people are focusing so much on the 6-digit income na parang hindi na naiisip yung yung magiging consequences nun. Ako personally, nung nagkaroon ako ng at least 3 clients, 2 full-time, 1 part-time, doon ko na-realize na okay, I'm earning $3 per hour for each client. Parang lugi pa din kasi I could have spent all those hours mag-upskill na lang sana ako para mas makapag-offer ako mas mataas na skill para mas ma-promote ako dito. Parang ang nangyari is hindi na ako nagkaroon ng opportunity to be promoted to a higher position in each of the clients companies that I worked with kasi yung skill level ko, pang $3 per hour lang siya. Hindi na siya umangat. So parang lugi pa din in the long run.
Yeah. I think it's a great alternative for the people who are considering or ang reason is, you need more money. What are the ways to earn? You lay out all your options first. Is it just to get multiple full-time clients and sacrifice? Or is it possible? Kasi 'di ba, kung ang galing mo, na kaya mo 2 full-time work, imagine mo na lang if you are able to focus on just one, but then upskill and, 'di ba, try to increase your pay instead.
Yes, that's true. Ayan. Ayan, and I think most of the comments dun sa Reddit thread na binasa ko kanina would agree to what we're really talking about right now. Dun sa point natin na, oo, kaya yung multiple clients but not full-time. So, ayan, basahin muna natin yung ibang mga comments dito. Ayan, sabi nung isa, I have 7 clients right now. Clients naman, hindi employer. Ibig sabihin, contracts/projects, hindi full-time job. Ayan. And sabi pa nitong isa, sabi niya, depende din sa number of hours and income. Kung mababa rate, siguro maghahabol ka talaga. But if premium rate, kahit isang full-time and isang part-time, kayang tumbasan 9 clients. Tama naman, right? Kung,
Agree.
yes, kung malataas naman na yung sahod mo, ba't maghahanap ka pa? Parang, ano na lang yun? It's too much.
May ano pa ba? May ibang comments pa ba?
I'm looking at the comments. Sabi, okay. So we have here another one. I have 2 full-time but output-based. So bayad yung full 8 hours as long as I finish the job. That is the only reason kaya nakakaya ko pagsabayin. Uy, ang galing naman nito. Bayad yung 8 hours. Pero, output-based siya. Hindi siya, I think walang time tracker ito.
Mm.
Pag mga ganyan, feasible yan kasi I think they have an understanding, all parties. Tsaka, yun nga, output-based. So, at least, maisisingit niya talaga. Parang ma-alternate niya yung work as long as mahihit niya yung kailangan niya mahit.
Uy, kilala ako. Pag lumalabas, syempre you need to go out. Pag lumalabas, 2 laptop yung bitbit.
No?
Kasi parang may time tracker yung clients niya. Sabay pa yung oras. Imagine. Tapos, nakatingin ako sa kanya, parang, are you really going to put yourself through all that? Parang ang hirap, man.
Honestly, nagawa ko na rin yan dati. Yung 2 laptop, minsan nga 3 pa, kasi lahat sila may time tracker. Pero yun nga, nag-suffer ang output and umabot sa point na yun yung pinaka-pinagsisihan ko kasi pinagsabay ko 2 full-time na may time tracker. Yung isa, hardcore na talagang mataas na yung level ng skills na kailangan nila. But since hindi ako makapag-focus dun sa work na gagawin for them, hindi umabot yung skill level ko. So, they really let me go. Pero,
Sayang.
oo, sobrang sayang kasi ang taas na nung rate ko doon. Pero pinagsabay ko 2 laptop. So, hindi ka makakapag-focus kung 2 sabay na work yung ginagawa mo. Magsasuffer talaga yung output mo. Babalik at babalik pa rin tayo sa output based on the skill level.
Naisip ko lang, Miss Jahat, 2 to 3 laptops, kahit nasa labas ka, paano ka nagsi-CR?
Yung mga anak ko naging oo, tapos yung kahit may dinner with family, may outing, sila lahat, ayun, nasa pool, naliligo, nagbi-beach, whatever. Ako wala, hindi ako makagalaw kasi nakatutok ako sa laptop ko.
Hassle kang
DJ.
kasama kasi ang laki ng demand mo for the table.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Sabihin ng receptionist, table for 1, hindi for 4.
Wala mag-isa.
3 laptops and 1 person.
Isa pa yan, parang nagiging
Virtual dates.
parang nagiging ka na, yung nagbumukha ka na lang na mayabang na nasa restaurant ka, naglalabas ka ng laptop. Oh, I cringe at myself. Remembering.
And then, tsaka, yung picture na pinate mo kanina, Miss Jehan, yung nasa family outing kayo, lahat ng family members mo, loved ones mo, nasa pool, nag-enjoy. Tapos ikaw, ka sa sulok, kawawa ka naman. Nag-juggle ka pa rin ng trabaho.
True.
Parang hindi mo na rin na-enjoy yung outing nyo.
It actually came to a point na hindi na nila ako sinasama.
Sad.
Yeah. So, yun nga, something's got to give. And yung family and social life ko. Kaya wala ako masyadong friends din mula nung nag-work from home ako. Kasi
Ano na yan? Fallacy. Alam mo, you have to go back to what your reasons are for working online. Di ba you work online para hawak mo ang oras mo, you can spend time with your family, or you can still travel. So what's the point, 'di ba? Oo, nasa Palawan ka, pero nasa laptop ka lang the entire time. You're not even enjoying yourself. So ano po yung purpose? Technically, you're working anywhere, Pero you're just working, you're not enjoying.
True. True. Exactly. That's really true actually. Experience based sa akin 'yan. So, yun nga, dun ka rin matututo ka rin, eh. Parang inaano ko din, hindi ko rin masyadong dini-discourage yung mga baguhan, especially mga trainees ko sa ano, sa DICT na training. Hindi ko sila dini-discourage na kumuha ng multiple clients kasi gusto ko learn from your own experience, learn from it the hard way para matuto kayong set ng boundaries. Read muna tayo additional comments. Ayan, may nag-comment naman dito ang sabi, "Health insurance mo, don't forget." Tama.
Ayan na nga, yung health na. Kasi talagang babalikan ka ng katawan mo. Akala nila wala kang pinupundar kapag work from home ka or writer ka lang or designer ka lang. Hindi. Puhunan mo yung katawan mo, yung oras mo, yung sanity mo. Baka mamaya pati yung loved ones mo, pangalan na ng boss mo yung tinatago sa kanila sa dami ng ginajuggle mo dyan.
Pati karamihan ng multiple clients are very young because they still have a lot of energy, they're still curious, and of course, they don't have any negative experience from it yet. So, hindi lang loved ones, pati love life kids. You're only young once.
So, ibig sabihin, pwede na pala ako mag-multiple clients kasi kwarentahin na ako. Char.
Hindi na pwede, Miss Lee, kwarentahin na tayo. Hindi na kaya ng mga kasukasuan.
Why not? Work from home, love life.
Love life na lang. May isa pang comment dito, ang sabi niya, "I did 3 to 4 multiple clients before. Iba-iba ang shifts until graveyard. Graveyard is nighttime. And one client is Monday to Sunday." Wo. Masarap yung sahod pero bumagsak talaga health ko noon, na burnout din ako. Ayun, saludo ako sa hustle ng mga may multiple clients pero wag niyong kalimutan na alagaan ang sarili niyo. Please lang, walang dollar ang makakatumbas sa buhay niyo. Oh, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Totoo naman. Agree.
Lalo na in this economy. Parang isang beses ka lang magkasakit, lahat ng years na inipon mo, wiped out yan.
Yes.
Oo, totoo. Ang hirap magkasakit ngayon. Kagagaling ko lang sa ospital and Diyos ko, hindi na ako ang hirap kasi up to the last na gauze na gagamitin sa'yo, the smallest piece of gauze or alcohol swab, babayaran mo. So, parang yung sinahod mo, ubos lang sa pampa-ospital mo.
Doon lang din napunta.
Mm. Yan. So, and mostly naman yung mga yung mga full-time na employers, they usually require mga time tracker, ano. Yun yung naging experience ko. Usually sa time proof or time doctor, inaano. Kaya nga, sabi mo nga, Jess, kanina, diba, yung dala-dalawang laptop. Kasi sa kabila, time proof, sa kabila, time doctor.
Oo.
But it's just a recipe for a breakdown. It's a recipe for burnout talaga.
Yeah. Just to be clear, we're not completely discouraging multiple clients, especially kung kaya, and there's flexibility also. Or sometimes, like I know, hopefully, others, mas ang perspective nila is, you're trying to raise funds. Kunwari, kailangan ko lang tapusin ko na, may utang si mama, kailangan kong bayaran. I need to work these many hours for 3 months, mababayaran ko na, and then I can stop. Well, I think that's more realistic. Kasi alam mo kung kailan ka titigil. Kasi hindi siya forever na kaya ng katawan. So,
Yes,
just
I agree.
be careful and be realistic when you do these things.
Agree. May kilala akong ganyan. May ano lang siya, may friend akong ganyan, nag-set lang siya ng time limit na sige, talagang binakbak niya lahat ng kailangan niyang gawin. Nag-multiple clients siya kasi parang may mga businesses siya na nag-fail na kinailangan niyang bayaran yung mga investors niya. Parang gano'n, something like that. Nag-set siya ng, sige, 3 months, iipunin ko 'to. Tapos nung naipon niya, tumigil na siya. Nag-focus siya sa output-based na clients na lang after. Realistic nga naman. Pero ang hirap mag-ipon ngayon, 'no? Nakakapag-ipon pa ba kayo?
Hirap
Slight.
hirap kaya, daming sale din. Daming sale online, ano ba?
Ay,
Ang bilis mabudol.
Oo.
malapit na ako mabudol ng mga power stations sa TikTok. Dahil maya't maya, yun yung lumalabas sa mga TikTok live ko, yung power station kasi nagbabadya na naman ang rotational blackout dito sa amin.
Nabudol na kami, Miss Jahan.
Ay, nakabili ka
Naunahan na
na.
kita.
Nakabili ka na, Miss Lee?
Nak-
Ilang watts?
Yes po. Marupok kami mag-asawa eh. So, yun.
Ilang watts na bili mo?
Yung 800, I think, 800 watt.
Nasa ano yun? 20 to 30, 26K
Yes.
yun.
Nasa 29.
Wow.
Kasi yung tinitignan ko 500 watts, nasa 22K na siya eh.
Mm-mm.
So, kailangan ko ng additional client. Charot. Para mabili ko.
Sugar daddy. Char.
Bibenta pa ba? Parang ako na yung sugar mommy eh.
Pwede yan.
And so actually na naman na natin, most of the other comments dito sa Reddit post, parang na lang din siya. It really just highlights everything that we have talked about here. Pero meron ditong isang nag-mention, retainer. So ano nga ba yung retainer client? And is it possible to have more than one retainer client?
That's for high level. So, kung if having multiple clients is truly your goal, then you need better skills. Because when you're at that level, people will just put you on retainer, whether you work or not. Ang point niyan is, they're paying you a retainer para pag kailangan ka na nila, you're available. So, 'di ba? Sarap ng buhay, binabayaran ka kahit walang work. That's a very good goal, but it will take years for you to reach that.
And only if your skill is good enough or high enough to reach that level na on-call ka na lang at isang oras mo lang ayusin yung issue ni client or isang oras mo lang tutukan yung issue ni client tapos na. Mafi-fix mo na siya.
Pero I think ang good news niyan is because of all of the changes in technology and in online work, it's possible it won't take you as long anymore to be on that level. Kasi, example, AI, no code. There are a lot of skills right now na bago pa. So, if you start learning, kasabay mo yung mga veterans. But, pwede naman na you learn faster than them. So, you get to that consultant level, to that retainer level much faster. So, dati, what would take people like 10 years may only take you 2 years, diba? So, the people who work online right now, they're in a very good position to actually earn more without killing themselves.
Nang hindi tumatagos sa pader.
Oo.
Kapag upskill ka lang din, if you're able to focus. Yung matitrain, yung kahit naman nag-AI ka, you still need to train AI pa rin naman, di ba?
Yes.
Ayan. So, alright. So, ayan, napaka-interesting ng discussion natin today. And yun nga, ang dami ko ring natutunan at ang dami kong na-share. But thank you so much, Miss Lee, for, alam ko, nahirapan din ako i-convince ka na mag-appear or mag-guest dito sa podcast. But thank you so much for gracing us on our pilot episode. Any last words?
Naisip ko lang kanina nung binabanggit ni Miss Jessica yung upskilling na mas madali ngayon kasi may AI. That may be true for the late millennials and the Gen Zs, pero yun sa mga older generation na Gen X
Katulad nila.
tsaka boomers,
Sila.
yes, miss, may nahihirapan na rin sila maka-catch up kasi ang bilis ng turnover ng technology. So, sa mga older generations na uso sa analog, sa manual, baka malula sila. So, they may feel lost na na susunod kong gagawin, paano ko mag-aaral, ganyan.
Totoo.
They may look to traditional modes of learning na hindi rin naman masyadong binibigay sa atin or walang masyadong opportunities maliban sa tech and educational centers compared sa mga mas bata-bata pa na kaya nilang sumabay sa daloy ng buhay.
Yeah, true. Multiple clients is possible, but only if. Only if what?
But only if you're realistic.
Yes, realistic. So being realistic about having multiple clients is knowing your limits as a human being as well. Agree?
Yeah.
Agree.
Ayan. So that's our reminder that health is your biggest asset. And oo nga, mataas yung bilihin ngayon, but it's most of the time, inflation is temporary, but burnout is a long-term problem. So, you still need to take care of your health. Ayan.
Don't settle for 9 low-paying gigs. Head on to onlinejobs.ph and find that one premium client that values your time.
Yes, and remember, kahit mahal ang gas, libre pa rin ang mangarap. Ayan, thank you so much everyone for listening. Kita-kits sa susunod na episode. If you have any questions, violent reactions, comments, feedbacks, feel free to let us know.
Hey, make sure to join the conversation in the onlinejobs.ph Facebook group and subscribe to the onlinejobs.ph job seeker newsletter. We're dropping even more tips and tea straight to your inbox so you don't have to navigate the remote world alone.